And I need to make this full screen. I think we're live. There we are. Okay. So this is really our second playtest of this system. Using a couple of new people, some of my friends from the Four Amigos group, Richard and Gord. Richard in the bottom. And Wolf is here as well, helpfully volunteering to help. Okay. So we have new timings and what do we have? Yeah, a new balance and timings for the rules that we used last week, and we're going to see how they work. First thing I need to do, though, is make sure that the opposition is ready. That'll do. Oh, no.
They're all number one?
They're all number one. They're not linked. What the heck is going on? There's supposed to be a... Okay. We'll do this the other way. This guy, not linked, and he shows up, if I look at the appearance, no, the identity, he's number one. If I drag more of them on, number 2, 3, and 4, now all I need to do is arm them. So give them a shield. Okay, should have done this before. Or taken your suggestion, Wolf, that you do it for me. That would have worked too.
Next time.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly run through these NPC ranks. 2 ranks in armor. And while I've got him open, go to his all items, go to heavy mace. There it is. Drag that on board. Move that aside. This guy should be done now. I'll look in his combat tab. He should have a shield, his natural armor, and a heavy mace, and have some idea how to use it. All good. That's number 2. Number 3. Combat. Doesn't have a mace.
Combat would be a lot easier if you just didn't give them anything.
Yes. Yeah, it would be. Give him a couple of levels of armor.
At this point, the rest can be naked. Just throw 10 more in.
Yeah. That's not a good idea, actually, by the way.
I mean, we don't have to live.
Code number
I
4.
don't want to get punched to death by Beastmen.
It would just take so much longer to kill you if we had 10 unarmed ones doing the killing.
That would be funnier as well.
Okay. How did that happen? That's how. I got the wrong guy. All right. So these ones are set up. And we'll have one of them over here. These weapons are short. So They all have short weapons. And they're all moving. No move. Because they're standing about doing their thing.
I believe either you or I need to activate my weapon so that I get the fan.
Yeah, you can use the macro.
Oh, I need to load macros then.
Yeah, set weapon length is the macro.
Yeah. And wait a minute. Are you playing Singa?
Yes.
He doesn't have a hand weapon.
Okay.
Well, he does. He has a hatchet. But, I mean, if he pulls out his hatchet, all is lost.
Okay.
Because
That's
he's
fair.
not very good with it.
So, sorry, which macros was it I wanted, Wolf?
Set weapon length. It's a sword. The icon.
It's in the players folder. So really the only reason I'm streaming this is so that we have a record of what we accomplished and how well or how poorly it worked. And so that the people who weren't able to attend can view this later and see how it works.
The only one I see is set movement rate. I don't know why. Am I blind?
The macro.
New
Under
macros.
player. Under
VsD
player.
macros, right?
Yeah, VsD macros and then player macros.
Under set movement rate, it's the one directly below it. Between
Skill
it
rolls.
and skill rolls.
Oh, okay.
You don't see anything between set movement rate and skill rolls?
No.
Huh.
How about now?
Let me refresh. And it wiped all that stuff out, so opening it back up. Spell lore rolls, stat rolls, skill rolls, set movement rate, save rolls, perception. Nope.
For Pete's sakes. This is Foundry being
Difficult.
I can see most of the GM macros. That helps. But it doesn't have it in there either.
How about now?
Refreshing. Set movement rate, skill rolls, spell lore rolls, stat rolls. Nope.
Okay, I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry, you shouldn't be hacking at people anyways.
Yeah.
No.
What do I want? Spell lore rolls, set movement rate.
No, attack rolls.
Probably
So,
want movement rate.
This is what the first 7 is what you should have laid up.
Quite honestly, the only one I've used thus far is attack rolls.
Well, attack, critical, failure rolls, yes, use those a couple of times.
Yeah, fair.
Saves, generally not so much. Skill rolls, not really, but perception is one that you'll use as well.
I also
Yeah,
don't
so-
have toggle status effects. Or is it compendium effects?
What?
I have toggle compendium effects, but not.
Yes, that's the one you want.
Status. Okay.
And set movement rate. You'll want both of those.
Yes. I have that movement.
You could also do it over the character sheet if you can't find some of the macros.
So Jeff is asking if there are any changes from last time. And yes, there are. If last time he's talking about his Monday, then I changed the standard attack to 4 AP. A half attack is 2 AP, and a free attack or free actions, sorry, is 1 AP, and did a bunch of other things. So a load is 3, a quick load is 2. We won't worry so much about the specialty skills because that's a test in game, and we'll worry about that some other time. At this point, it's the flow of how things work normally, and we'll see how that goes. Okie doke. So, questions?
I suppose I'll be using that +10 magic composite bow.
That's the one. The one with which you have insane skill?
Yes.
It's that one.
So how does that work?
What do you mean?
I know, I just found the missile range
It
and
goes
those mods. And...
Twang. That's how it works.
Yep. Cool. That's how I'm going to play my turn, just so you know. Exactly like that.
Okay. So what I'd like you to do, Richard, is... So actually, let's ask Wolf first. Which would you like to control?
I'm gonna stay with Ervik.
Just Ervig?
Yeah,
All right.
it's a comfortable spot for me.
Okay. So then what I'll do is I'll have Gord. I'll give you Farzan and Uma. Both
All
of
right.
them are slightly different. Farzan is the swashbuckler with no armor whatsoever, so he needs to keep his defenses up.
Mm-hmm.
And Uma is the one in medium armor with shield and short spear.
All right.
Tough bastard. So then we've got Singa and Samel. Samel is a rogue's rogue. He fights with a pair of daggers. He does not stand in front of his foe, if at all possible.
Well, I'll try to save you some room to get around the sides and back of them.
Right. So, Richard, if you can handle Samel and Singa. Singa is, of course, the standoff, be very quiet and shoot things dead. Samel likes to sneak up on things and stab them dead with both knives.
Sounds good.
So he is our 2-weapon attack practice guy. Singa is our fast shooty. Uma is our tank. And Farzan is our Errol Flynn. He's also a bit of a mage, but he's probably not going to try that here.
Are you going to give me control of Samuel as well? Or do you want me to just
That's
tell
what
you?
I needed to do. Okay, so we'll give you control of Samel, configure owner, recharge, owner. There you go. Are you just prove that you can move him, and we're good to go. Yep, you can move him. Yeah. So, right. Okay, good enough. So the 2 quickest guys here are Singa and Farzan, I think. So, and Uma doesn't have an extra hand. Farzan only carries 1 weapon, so he's probably the best door opener.
I'd like to start with my bow out, arrow loaded.
I want to duck.
What?
Crouch down.
Oh, not a mallard.
With Samuel. Singa wants to load his bow and be pointing it at the door. That gets opened.
Right. Good enough. And that's the way you can start. Go ahead and open the door. Farzan, Who's controlling Farzan?
That's me. I was just getting Uma in position.
I see.
Also, if I have to specify, spear ready in one hand, shield in the other. If it's one-handed capable, otherwise two-handed.
It is one-handed capable, but
Good
of
enough.
course it's a weapon in a non-one-handed weapon in one hand. So I'll just pop open the. I made something for that.
My bad. I'll just go with the spear then. If
No. It's not complicated. I'm just telling you how it's done. So there's move and act. No, that's not it.
I'm just not going to use the shield if I get a big penalty to attack.
No, it's not a big penalty. It's only -10.
Oh, well then there we go.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find enemy, blah, blah, missile, prep, aim time. For Pete's sakes. Heavy without ready? No. I think what I'm going to need to do, I've got him selected. Open up the combat for his polearm short spear pierced. Here it is. Weapon in one hand. It's not a one-handed weapon. It is a hand-and-a-half weapon.
Okay.
So that's now selected. I'm not sure why I couldn't find it. Yeah, your parry is not going to be 125. Anyway, so I think Uma is set up.
Twang, 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 twang.
Let him open the damn door.
Yes. All right. Farzan approaches the door and opens, and sees some baddies.
Okay. So you can see some baddies, and they are busy investigating the casks, the crates, and stuff like that.
So
they're making a fair amount of noise, but and it's lit in there. So let's see if they notice the door opening. But why don't we start combat then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first, stop moving things around, Irving, or you're measuring stuff.
Yeah, I'm measuring.
Well, I'm just going to roll the initiative.
Don't worry.
So everyone's
I'm
initiative.
not supposed to roll first.
What? Yeah, that's my bad. We'll just undo or reset the initiative and then roll it. There. That's the way initiative has fallen out. Interesting. Samuel ended up at the bottom somehow.
Wow.
What did
He
do
rolled
wrong?
way better than last time.
Okay. That's Singa Samuel. 4 plus 7 plus 3 is indeed 14.
He rolled a 1 last time, so I guess the 4 is better.
A 4 on 2d10 is pretty rare. Anyway, there he is at the bottom. All right, so then we begin, and everybody's got time. So Farzan opened the door, and then combat begins. Singa's up first. What are you up to?
Well, I'm gonna take a move.
So what the declaration bit, because you're the only one I think that hasn't done this sequence yet.
Yeah.
Is you decide what you're going to do without doing it.
Okay.
Decide how many action points it's going to cost you.
Okay.
Spend them. Then do the action, and then hit next turn.
Okay.
Okay. So first thing, what is it that you're intending to do?
Move and shoot.
Move how fast?
Well, I want to move about 2.5 meters. Like I want to move to about here. Wait, hold on. I want to move to about here.
You want to move across in front of Irvig.
Well, past that. Like
You want to
up
move
this
to about
corner.
here.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a little bit more than 2.5 meters. I think it's probably a half move.
It is 5.65 meters.
Is it that far?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a full move.
Okay, so I cannot do that and attack. Right?
That says 3.5.
Oh.
No, sorry. If for some reason you want to combine your move and an attack, it's probably going to be heavily penalized. But if you just move, end your round, and then when your turn comes back up again, you attack, there's no penalty. Okay.
Yep, makes sense to me.
So if you want to move to there and then wait, so be it. I think a half move will probably do the trick, and you might take a step later.
Okay.
Just see how that works out. So what you do is you select yourself, you click on the half move to set your half move, and then you drag yourself to where you want to be, or
Click
to how
click
far
on
you can
the
go.
half move.
Yeah.
Where? How do I do that?
Okay, so have a look at the screen.
I'm looking at your screen right now.
So you're looking at this thing with these on the side?
Yes.
Right. So there's the move.
Right. Okay.
So you select your guy, click on half move.
All right.
Okay, and we should see a message popped up that says Singa move rate has been set to half move. Good. There are a lot of these kinds of messages, just so you know what's going on and when it happened.
Cool.
And then you should be able to drag yourself to that spot. Wait, before you actually do it. A move is 2 AP.
Okay.
So click the plus, and then the hand, that spends them. There you go.
Cool.
And then go ahead and move. The drag ruler thingy should... You don't have a mouse, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay.
That's where that got me.
Weird. I normally see the move. You clicked on him and dragged him, right?
Yeah, that's where it snapped to.
And it snapped to that spot? Okay. I guess we're just not seeing it. Good enough. So then you end your turn. And it's Farzan who's up.
Okay. Well, Farzan seeing at least 4 beastmen is not in a big rush to rush in because they don't appear to be armed with any ranged weapons.
Nope.
So he's actually going to probably declare that he's going to take a step. I'm not sure if a step is 1 action point or 2.
0.
0?
So
Okay.
a step is combined with another action.
Ah,
So
fair
it
enough.
could be a step and perception. It could be a step and close the door. It could be...
I'll do a step and perception because I don't want to get in the way of Singa's shot.
right?
And so I will ask how much action points a perception is, and then
1.
I'll spend that. Okay. So 1 action point for a perception. I'll take
Okay.
the step.
I also got a bow.
I'll take the step.
Why don't... Before you take the step, why don't we
Yeah.
do the perception? And you'll see that, yes, you're standing in front of 2 people with drawn bows pointing at the door that you're in front of.
Yeah, I don't want to be there, but I'll do the perception. You're right.
Just
Okay.
you can squeeze against the wall up north.
So yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
So you
So
select
what's
your
the
guy.
difficulty on the perception?
We'll just say,
Standard?
yeah,
Okay.
that will do just fine. Yes, you do recall that there are 2 arrows pointed at your back. And that you want to be over there. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm slightly out of the way now, and I see
More.
slightly better what is up with the Beastmen.
Good.
Now I hit next.
Very good. Ervig.
Seeing as how I have a bow drawn, I'm just gonna let a shot off at Beastman number 3, since he's got his back turned so nicely.
So he does.
So that's 4 AP, right?
Correct.
Already got the target. Let's see. Is this rear?
Flank.
Rear, correct?
Um,
Flank.
Yeah, we'll call it rear.
Okay. Is it a minute, where is it?
That's it.
Uh,
What's the distance?
surprise or no surprise? You said they didn't notice us.
They haven't had a chance to notice you yet, but they're not opening the door and letting the light in is
Fair.
like, huh? Wait a
Base,
minute.
base
18 meters, it
distance,
looks like.
18 meters, yeah. Almost 19. And that's base distance for longbow, right?
It's a lot less than 35, yeah.
Yeah. Ranged, what's their missile defense?
Oh. There isn't any because it's rear. So what you need to do is hover over them and hit target.
Yeah, already. I'm already in the window.
All right. So then ranged magic longbow. So
Just
you're
base
looking
defense?
at their base defense bonus
Okay, fair enough.
because their shield isn't in the way.
155. Light armor, medium.
Light.
That's 28. Lethal, critical. Very poor critical.
So a 62 is, yeah,
Yeah, still a stun. A little bit of bleed.
it is. Okay, so that's him bleeding and stunned. And we will therefore go on to the combat tracker. Hover over him.
Sorry, and turn.
Just a minute. Yeah. He needs to spend the 2 AP because he's now stunned.
Yeah, and I ended my turn, sorry.
All right, so Uma, there you go.
All right. I think Uma is going to defend here because we have the advantage right now. So I'm going to set Uma to no move.
He's. Oh, he opened the door.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize he opened the door as well.
So he's standing in the door, ready to defend against anything that comes his way.
Okay.
If there is a thing I should be selecting that would set a defense or prep counterattack or anything like that.
No, he's just waiting then.
Yep.
Right. So then burn 1 AP and
You can set a melee weapon. Spear, right?
Ah.
you can set it. Yes.
1 AP.
All right. I'll do that for 1 AP and end my turn.
Okay. So when careful with the word set. There's set to receive a charge. That's one thing. And then there's the action in these rules called set, which is winding up a melee attack. For every AP you spend winding up, it's plus 10 on the attack when that eventually goes in.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
So can I save being wound up and then like move to a guy and hit him?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
Nope.
So
No.
I think I'm just gonna wait. Because I don't know if they're going to even get to me in their next round anyway. So rather than setting, I'm just going to end.
Okay. Right. So then we have goat number 4, who's looking at you over the crates, going, "What? Orc!" And he is going to move.
Over the crates?
I don't think so. Climbing things with goat hooves is not, well, only 2 of them is not great. 4 of them, wonderful.
Laugh at the cripple.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Well, maybe he will. I'm
He
just
can
going
make it.
to- What?
He can make it.
I'm just going to roll. Yeah.
He can't make it.
Well, no. That's perception. He's
Fair.
not worried about the crates. He's going to attempt to go over them, which means he's going to make himself an acrobatics check, which is skill. Acrobatics, or is it athletics? Which one of those is better for him?
Either or, probably.
No, probably not. Athletics is much better.
Ah.
That's a very strange number for it. Anyway, and what he's doing is he's moving at a full move, which is going to make that more difficult.
This is not going to go well for him.
Why do you let me goad you into things?
Because I'm testing the system, right?
Fair enough.
So what we've done basically is created a situation. I don't mean the combat situation, but created a mechanism so that when you're trying to do a skill while moving, it penalizes you. So if you're trying to be stealthy while moving, that was the one that was suggested to make this work. And it makes perfect sense for you to be less stealthy when you're moving. Less athletic when you're moving doesn't make so much sense. So we'll keep the move and act stuff off unless it's something that makes sense. Because in order to be athletic, you need to be moving.
You can just apply a terrain modifier, for instance, if it's necessary, if it's really slippery or whatever.
I'm just going to roll and see how he does. Ooh, slick as snot. Yeah. So he's moving at a full move. I just need to set that. And he's going to move quite spryly over the top. And I, in all of that, didn't follow my own advice. Goat number 1. Here's the bellow. Turns. No, he's facing the wrong way. So he's going to turn and figure out what the hell's going on.
I mean, he's stunned, right?
No, number 1.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. That one. So he's going to do a perception check, a standard perception check. Nah, this is going to be easier. So I've changed the thing. There are now simple, easy, and routine that are easier than standard. And we'll say it's going to be an easy one.
I mean, the guy next to him just got shot.
Ooh, that's either very bad or very good. Very good. Yes, he's completely aware. So when we get a success like this, I'm not going to penalize him for the check. He's going to move straight into the next thing. So he's hyper aware. He's going to spend 1 more point and get on with his move, which is going to be a full move. And he's going to go there. And then there. And then his turn is ended. Number 2 was facing this way. This goat leapt over in front of him. He doesn't need to make a perception check. He can go straight into move. He's not going to go that way. Whoops, stop, don't do that. Do that. He's going to go around the corner, not knowing what's there, and go, "Ooh, interesting."
Not for long, he's not.
Say again?
Not for long, he's not.
No. And that's him done. Samuel.
Am I effectively concealed, or do I
Were
believe
you-
I am?
Were you trying to conceal yourself?
Yes, that's why I crouched down.
Make a stealth check. That will cost you 1 AP.
That's fine. I'm assuming I get some sort of bonus for attacking from stealth.
Well, you don't get attacked with the great big heavy mace.
That's a
That's your bonus.
Oh, that's not how you use a skill. It's this one. What's my difficulty? Routine? Easy?
Yeah, I think we'll leave it at standard.
Standard?
Yeah.
Do I have any other modifiers? Helpers?
Nope.
Global
Helpers.
modifier? For being generally awesome? All right.
That's all right. He's distracted. You're good to go.
Cool.
You are not the most obvious thing in sight. So go ahead, spend your AP, and pass it on.
Tarzan. Oh, I didn't-
Okay.
Sorry.
Farzan is going to half move,
Okay.
which I think cost 1, 2.
2. All movement costs 2 except for a step.
Okay.
First thing, before you do that, are you going to set a fighting defensively posture?
That sounds like a very smart plan for Farzan. How do I do that?
Doesn't it? Okay. So what we're going to do is have a look at Farzan and we're going to have a quick look at the rule because this is one of the ones that I changed. And if we have a look at where the heck's defense? During play. It must be during play. Yeah, defense. Passive defense applies with no action. You can make active defense rolls. With the addition of active defenses, raw parry will now be referred to as fighting defensively. It may not exceed your perception skill bonus. Oh, I did change that. But will augment both melee and missile defense while reducing your attack rolls by the same amount. So your perception skill bonus is the limit. His perception bonus is 55.
All right.
So you can set the parry amount to 55 as a maximum
Okay. Where do I do that?
in the header of your character sheet.
James just showed it on the channel here, but
My bad. I was looking at
your
my sheet.
actual- Yeah.
All right. Can you maybe mouse over that real quick on the screen there so you can draw my attention to it? Thank you. Good to go.
55 and enter, and then you'll see that your right hand parry has gone up to 105.
Cool.
That's going to be very helpful, seeing as you're there in your skin.
Mm-hmm. So now I'll
really-
spend the 2 action points and move.
And which way are you going?
I am going to about there.
Are you?
Don't.
Brave.
Go ahead.
Well, I've got 2 people who are going to put arrows in this guy, probably.
Hopefully.
And
Go ahead.
yeah,
So
I don't know if there's any sort of attack of opportunity I'll be subject to walking into that fan, but
there is not. However, you don't need to go that far if you want to poke this guy. You only need to get him inside your fan. So actually hit Control Z. There you go. So you see how far you need
Yeah.
to move that fan to get there.
so I could do that with a step.
You might have been able to do that with a step.
Okay. Well, I'll try setting myself to step.
Well,
Turn
let's just before you do that. I mean, it's hard to tell when there's no grid.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll do that and take this. Oh, that's awfully freaking close. I think you can do it.
Okay. So then I could step and stab him, theoretically.
You can actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll set that to 4 AP.
Yes.
And spend the AP.
Yep.
Then get there.
Yeah.
And then try and attack.
That's enough to poke him. So then what you'll want to do, as we've changed our minds completely, is do his blade's magical scimitar cut.
Yep.
And his parry is set to 55. The enemy defensive bonus is probably not 40, because we forgot to do that. So if we target him and then hit back and then go back in, yes, this guy's defense is
Shield.
it's 55.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving at a full move, so he's not allowed to parry. Sorry, he's not allowed to fight defensively, but he is allowed active defenses. But his shield is definitely in the way. So 55 is the number for the enemy defensive bonus.
Okay.
That's not looking good.
It's showing up as 30 for me. I don't know if I've done something wrong.
So no, if you look in the top left-hand corner, you can see melee and missile.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, the shield position says side. I'm sorry.
Should be front.
It should be front. There. And then if we go back and back in, then we see that it's melee and missile at the front. And before I realize I haven't fixed this or addressed it, this is the point at which you know what kind of armor he's got. So pay attention at this point.
Okay.
Because there's no point afterwards where you find out what armor he's got. So heavy weapon ready, all-out attack, bruised, blinded, prep aim time, nope, drive, rear, flanking, nope, none of those things apply.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll it.
Absolutely.
Not very good at all.
Nope, not good at all.
So that did nothing.
Scratched his shield a little bit.
42 on light armor. Nope.
It's a dash, so not...
Not even poison.
No.
Okay.
Uma. Having learned a thing or two about the step and attack, I'm going to go for a step and attack against Beastman Goat 4.
Now, just like Farzan, are you planning to learn something from what Farzan did? The other thing that Farzan did?
The fighting defensively part?
That part, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this guy's in medium armor with a shield himself. What's his defensive bonus looking like? It is 40 against melee. Well,
I think I will choose to actively defend, like use my shield to block if I get attacked.
Because you're only looking at the one opponent, likely, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently, I'm probably just going to have to defend against one dude, and I'm wearing armor and have a shield. So I'm just going to go for a step and attack.
Okay.
Set my movement to step. Spend 4 AP.
Yep.
Take a step.
Jeez. You're measuring that one kind of perfectly.
It was snapping me to it, so...
It's just enough to poke the tip of the spear into his gut. That's about all you got. Well done.
I mean, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah. So he's got exactly the same... Wait. There.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe
still
set that.
moving forward, right?
Say again?
He's still moving forward, right?
This guy is moving forward, yes?
That can't help with the spear.
No, but if he had set the spear for a charge, that would have helped more, right? But next round, this is helping him now. So let's see what we got.
Enemy defensive bonus of 55.
Yeah.
No other modifiers that I'm tracking.
Your parry amount is 0. Yeah, that's going to help. Your weapon in one hand is a hand and a half weapon. Yeah.
Yep.
Move and attack, none or step. You're not all out attacking. That would be silly. There you go. Give her. That's better.
So that's light armor?
It is. Yep, all of those bonuses look good. So we drag the 15 hits onto him. He's got a moderate. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting you are a GM as well.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So now roll the crit.
Yes, please.
And it is a moderate.
Oh. He does have forearm armor. +2 damage. If he's unarmored, they're also stunned. That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
So he is not stunned. Just took an extra couple of points.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Jeez, I did it again.
If you'd like me to stop, I can.
Please stop.
Okay.
Because I'm used to, as the GM, dragging armor onto the bad guys. Or dragging penalties onto the bad guys. And I'm only just now realizing, hey, it double messaged. No, it didn't. We both dragged the damage on. So there we go. All right, so who's up? Not Uma. Samuel is up.
Sorry, I'll end turn there.
Yeah. So Samuel sees his two compadres step forward and lunge.
Yep. I want to maintain my stealth and listen.
Very
So
good.
helpful.
So you may simply wait.
Yeah. Take 2 steps back and it'll be really helpful for you.
Yeah.
So what do I need to do to wait? Do I
Spend 1 AP.
all right. Boop.
And then it's Singa.
And Singa is going to shoot. Yeah, shoot at, is that 2? Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah. So my distance
Is not relevant. There should be a point blank, and this would be it.
ranged +10 magical composite longbow.
So all I need to do is select you and then hover over him, and I get a little note saying how far away it is. 6.012 meters.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't think you get that.
No.
I just get it. We get it for other players. We don't get it for the enemy tokens.
Okay.
It's weird.
55
No, it's about
armor.
control. Ownership. Permissions.
Yeah.
So his defensive bonus is 55 against your missile attack as well.
Not an all-out attack. I don't see any point blank. There's just base range.
Yeah, base. There is no point blank,
Cool.
but there should be. We'll address that in version 3.
Fair enough. Bombs away. Ooh.
Ooh, that's just shy of insane. It's not far off.
So that's
As high as
40.
I can go. What armor did he have? Light?
Just a minute. Before you click on anything, let's just check
That's
something out. Because I think that's supposed to be a maximum of 160.
With max possible result 150.
I know.
No.
But one of the rules is changing that
Okay.
Because of the bow.
because it's a plus 10 magic bow. Yes, I'm an idiot. Oh, and I know why. Because I did change it last time, but I only changed it on the token. So 160. And what?
And is he lightly armored?
So what I'm going to do is this, and change the max to be 150 plus 10 in the description. So when you hover over the weapon, you'll see 150 plus 10, and put the max result of 160 in the field, so that the system knows 160 is the number you're looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be good for the rest of this. If everybody can check their weapons, and if you've got a plus 10 magic weapon, do just what I just did.
I'm already at maximum, so
Yeah, if you're 175, then don't worry about it. But I think you're the only one who's at 175. So what that means is the max possible result should have been 160. There's a 192, which is a difference of 30.
which is 6 more.
I'm going through the math slowly for the newcomers.
Oh, fair.
So divide by 5 is 6, meaning that your actual result is 166
On light armor?
on light armor.
Wow. Smush.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Ooh. Ow.
Right through the throat. And how much
So you
AP
can-
did that cost?
Pardon?
How much
Uh,
AP
you
did
s-
that cost me?
You still need to roll the critical first.
Oh, shoot.
The little scroll next to the lethal.
Boop.
And set critical to lethal.
The other way to do that is because this is one of those black banner thingies, you can drag the lethal pierce onto you, which will set that to lethal, and then click on the orange scrolly thing, and it'll come up as lethal. But oh, that's going to smart. You're shitting me.
How?
Again?
It is insane. Now, the people who are watching the stream, if there's anybody, knows how often we shoot people in the ass from the front. It is frequent. In fact, it happened in the last session. It happened to the same goat man twice. He got shot in both glutes from the front by these two guys. So anyway, yes, these guys are assmeisters.
He's very sensitive about his dog. Or at least he is now.
That's a lot of damage.
So he's not bleeding, but he is stunned, which means we need to then go to the thingy-mabobber.
And he's got a minus 40 to all actions as
Yes,
well.
he does. That's not good.
Oh, by the way, that was 4 AP for the attack.
That's what I was just trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Sorry, just remembered.
There you go. And note that
Yay.
you're at minus 72 because you only had 3 action points left, right? So you
Right.
actually spent the 4. Next time you're going to come up with 428.
Cool.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Oh, okay. So this guy is now his turn has come up. So this is when the stun comes off. Okay. So now he is thoroughly pissed. And he is headed this away at a high rate of knots. 2 AP. spent.
Bleed takes place automatically?
Yep, but not
Okay.
yet. Not until the end of the round.
Oh, right, each round. Right.
Okay, so this guy here has been struck, but not stunned. So he is going to step forward and attack. So that will cost him 4. Okay. I mean, what I was doing in last week's combat was I was having them all out attack. It's a pretty scary thing,
Mhm.
but it does mean that they can't defend worth crap. So we'll try to play them a little smarter this time. They may or may not be the beastmen of legend, but he's going to step forward and attack. So I need to set his move to a step. And there you are. So, and now we can see there. The highlighted bit is definitely covering your token. So he can reach you. Anyway, so he's going to target Uma. He's going to attack. Oh, is Uma's, before I select him, is Uma's shield set to be at the front? I'm betting it probably isn't.
All right. To check that.
Oh, no, the shield is at the front. So this is another way to set defensive bonuses, because melee DB front, I set that to here, and now his EDB is set to 55 in advance. So blunt heavy mace. Oh. All right. There we are. That's why we have a whiteboard.
What did you notice?
I dragged the defensive bonus onto the Beastman, and it threw an error. It didn't apply.
Ah.
So. Oh, it was his own defensive bonus, but that doesn't really matter. 40. Oh, he's not parrying. That's what he should have done, but he didn't do that. He is holding a one-handed weapon in one hand. He stepped. He's not doing an all-out attack. He's not doing any of these other things. What he should have done maybe was prepped.
I was busy attacking.
Yeah, so he could have, for example, because he knows that you've just attacked him, so he can take his time and wind up and wail on you. Of course, that would be a perfect opportunity for Samuel to come around the corner and stab him. But anyway, he's not parrying. He's just going to attack. Ooh, that is successful. So we have a 106. A 106 on medium armor is 14 and a light critical.
Oh.
Are you, Uma, willing to take that, or would you like to block it?
I'd prefer to block.
Okay. So it's a new mechanism. I'll just bring up the rule. So you can block with your armor skill bonus plus your shield defensive bonus. Your shield defensive bonus is, I think it's a target shield, so against melee it's 15. Right? Target shield, melee bonus 15. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Why is that not wrapping?
Weird.
Okay. That is weird. All the rest of them wrap.
It's like the bullet is doing it.
Yep, none of the bullets are wrapping.
Strange.
Well, remember, I just copied and pasted that in there, so maybe something went funky. All right, so you can block with your armor skill bonus plus your shield defense bonus plus a D100, open-ended D100 to use as a ready shield net. Sorry, to use a ready shield, and you have a ready shield in the offhand against a single attack from your front or offhand side. Okay, so basically what you do is you make an armor roll. Sorry, it's going to cost you 1 AP. Sorry,
Okay.
the rule that I'm looking at using is it costs you 1 AP to do it, but it makes your shield unready. Before you get to use your shield again, you need to ready it. Or we can simply make it cost 2 AP, done. And then you can use it over and over and over again. Which do you think is the better idea? Certainly the 2 AP is simpler, less tracking of stuff. It ends up costing you 2 AP anyway.
I would
And
maybe
if you
still.
use it and ready it, that's the 2 AP.
I would maybe stick with just 1 AP and not unreadying, because it pushes you down the track either way.
I know, but I didn't want it to push you down just 1 because the
Then make
cost
it
of attack has
2.
gone up to 4.
Make
So
it 2.
what
It's
do you
easier.
think, Gord?
I'm happy with 2.
Okay.
I don't like the idea of infinite defense being an option. So pushing you down the track, 2 makes sense.
Yeah.
Um,
I felt that pushing it down only 1 was bad.
Mhm.
Not horrible, but I think the 2 is warranted in a reaction defense.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the mechanic where it makes you unready, because then there's a bunch of tracking. What is
Exactly.
it? My sword that's unready? Is it my shield that's unready? Is it my body that's unready? Make all of that paperwork and tracking go away.
Yeah,
And
just
make it 2 AP. And
a
you can
little
do
bit
it
more.
again and again. Because the other thing was you could only parry once, because then it was unready and then you couldn't use it to parry again. I mean, the chances are slim that will be a problem, but bottom line, 2 AP, please,
I've spent it.
and make an armor skill roll, which
Where
you
is
can do
that?
now. It's on the skills tab, so it's a skill. Is it a skill?
I wasn't sure if it was a macro or not, but
Well, definitely there's a macro, but it's not a skill. It is a defense, I think. Save roll? Not a spell lore roll, you idiot. Not a failure. Critical? No.
I was looking through the macros and didn't see anything that jumped out at me as being
Well,
the right
I know
one.
what it is. It's a reaction, and that's why it's not popping up with anything. So just open up the character sheet and roll it on the sheet, on the skills tab.
So, which
So,
skill? For
armor.
block. Armor? Okay.
Yeah. So you bring up the armor thing and add 15. Global modifier 15. Nice.
Mhm.
So the way this works is you rolled 121, which means you subtract 21 from 106, his result.
Okay.
Okay? So if we look at what's 106 minus 21 is 85.
85.
It is 85. Okay.
Mhm.
And then we go to 85 and we find 9 points of damage.
Okay.
There you go. Which beats 14 in a light critical all to heck.
Mm-hmm.
So Right. So you've spent your 2 AP. Yes, you have.
Yep.
And he has spent his 4 AP. Then we have Beast Man Goat number 1, who is looking at all of this. So the way I run this with the gridless, he is too big. His token is too big to get between that post and this guy.
Well, there's
So-
the crates.
He can go over the crates, or he can go round. And I think he's going to go round. So he needs to, I think he's already at full move, but we'll just make sure. And then we drag to, so I do this. And we'll do that. There we go. Because I treat the token size as the actual size of the beast, and so don't overlap tokens. Unless you want to get comfy with somebody, then by all means overlap your tokens.
I think I'm getting comfy with the bracer right now.
With a who?
There's like a torch underneath me.
Yes. Okay, sorry. 2 AP for his move, and now it's Samel.
All right, I want to listen.
By all means, listen.
That's 1 AP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a listen skill.
Perception.
Why don't you use a stab skill?
Because I don't have the armor skill.
Say again?
Because I don't have the armor skill. So I'm not going to run into combat with 4 different guys.
It's
But you
okay.
do have perception skill, and remember, you can set your fighting
Parry?
defensively to as high as your perception. And I
Yeah,
think
that's
your
true.
base defense is also fairly high.
That's true.
So
Nope, you're playing Samuel quite correctly.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's perfect.
He's going, nope,
Mhm.
I'm not coming out of here.
so
There are
I'm
people
clicking-
swinging lots of big, heavy things around.
clicking the scroll by perception and nothing's happening on my character sheet.
Have you selected the token?
That's a good question. No. Yes, I think so.
So if you
Yeah.
select your token and hit the perception thingy, it should bring this up.
So the perception thingy that you hit.
This thing.
Ah. The macro that I didn't load,
That one.
which fortunately I have access to.
Mhm.
That's better. I don't think I have any.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
well done, sort of.
Huh?
That's a very unusual result.
Yeah.
You
How did I explode for a partial success?
exactly. You were about to explode into hideous failure, but then your hideous failure failed hideously as well. So, so you rolled 5% and then 4%,
And
saving
still
yourself.
somehow.
Saving yourself from being stunned. Anyway, so
Still
a partial
somehow-
success. You're fine. you can hear stuff.
So wait, it's possible to hear things so badly that you stun yourself?
If you had rolled something other than, yes, it would have been possible.
This is one hell of a roll.
I mean, that's just a GM call, but basically, if you fumble that one so badly that you fumble a perception roll, yeah, you could stun yourself. Like, I'm trying to hear. Ow!
Yeah.
A
You
spike
lit a
in the
candle
wall
in
or
your
something
ear
like
to
that.
hear better.
Here, let me put that spike in my ear. Anyway, so you're good.
Okay.
You can hear stuff. There's fighting and grunting and so on happening around here. What were you listening for?
Things moving towards the entrance.
There are things, sounds like hooves coming charging towards the entrance, along with roars and grunts and
And
all the
I'm
rest.
doing just the right thing right now.
Yes, you are. So you've
So
spent
that
your
cost me 1 AP.
And you're next.
no, don't spend it again.
What?
Okay. You spent 1 AP and you're next. Go again.
Oh, I see. Well, I want to prep.
You want to what?
Prep. My 2 daggers.
Are you about to cast a spell? Oh, okay. You mean you want to quick draw your daggers?
No, well, they're out.
Yes.
So I want to get ready to
So set
use them. Set? Yes.
plus 10 for
You mean
the next opponent.
so if you do anything other than attack, that set goes away.
Oh. I might need to take a step.
So you can step and attack, yes, because that's an attack in your next action.
Okay.
But you can't move further than a step.
That should be all right. I will turn first, if that's okay. Does turning penalize me?
No? And there's no need for you to turn. You
Okay.
can stay facing the way you are, so you can see somebody coming around the post from either direction. Either over Farzan's body or Uma's body, whichever. All right, so you are setting. So what you'll want to do is probably
Just remember it, because I just put it in when I do the attack.
why is that not working? There, right click. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Just a minute. Yeah, whole bunch of errors. Cannot read properties of null. Reestablishing connections to the session. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. Something weird happened. I probably just disconnected everybody.
They seem to still be connected.
Yeah, it might look that way.
I'll just refresh.
There we go. For Pete's sakes. Okay, we're back in business.
All right.
Now I just need to fire up a couple of macros. That one, and that one. Okay, I don't know what it was, but I was trying to set the effect on Samuel, and it wasn't taking. It was throwing something saying you don't have a session ID or something like that. So, and it was just a few seconds after somebody or after we'd lost the connection. Anyway, so I put 1 round of prep on you.
Awesome.
It says all you need to do that is right click, check the status, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 are sitting there.
Sounds good.
What are we up to?
I'm burning an
I'm still sitting at the top. Okay, Ervig, you're up.
Gonna load.
Good man. 3 and fire and next.
End turn, right.
Yeah. Oh, so this guy. Interesting. Well, he sees this guy gone by. He knows he's got to get in his way if he goes that way. So he's going to continue and come down this way. Let's just make sure we don't get in the way of that. Okay. And I'll just highlight him. Yep, he's in range. And he has moved. He's done. Goat number 1. He is going to move. Let's do this in the right order this time. And I think... So he can move that far. He's not going to. He's going to move that far. And then he is no longer stunned. Yay! And is going to step.
He's dropping from a full move to a step.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm just going to highlight. Yep. And he's going to thump Farzan with that heavy mace. For 1, 2, 4. So he's going to target Farzan. And he's going to bring up blunt heavy mace. Farzan has a right hand parry of 105. Oh, that's ridiculous. He's got a martial weapon. What could he do with it? He could attempt to disarm you.
He could trip over it and die.
He could do that too. It's not a flanking attack. He's in your front. And again, I forgot. Set. Okay. I don't know that there's any point. No, there wasn't.
So if he rolls a negative number, does he hurt himself?
Ooh, that's not good. Well, oh. This is the one who got shot in the glute.
Mhm.
Yes.
Erg.
He's having a hard time.
He is having a hard time. So I'm going to put that on him because I need to know that he's wounded and that he should not have tried to do what he just tried to do.
I don't see any problems with it.
Especially as he's also bruised.
Well, already.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. So those two things should have been on him before we started this little session. So let us give him his 4 AP back. Move him back to where he started. Spend his 2 AP
To
To run
commit
away?
seppuku.
a full move that way. Okay. How did that happen? Oh, he got shot. That's what happened. Okay.
Yep.
So he was about to attack Farzan and somebody put an
Yeah,
arrow.
it was. Yeah, Singa's ass shot.
Yes. Bounced it off the post. All right. And then he's done. Right. Samuel. Thinking?
I think I'm gonna prep again.
All right. So go ahead and change that one for a 2.
If anyone comes around that corner, they're gonna be sad.
Yeah, they're going to be stabbed with 2 daggers. It'll
Given
be-
that 2 of them are fighting Uma, though, why would they go around the corner?
Because you
Well,
back
once-
up,
Once he's
I would
dead.
have to disengage from them.
dodge.
No, all you need to do is okay. We still need to figure out the whole. Should there be a disengage that costs you action points? I think there probably should, because otherwise you can just move freely away from somebody. But the thing is, you can move freely away from somebody. They can freely follow you when
Exactly.
it's their turn.
Exactly. Not so much of an issue.
So you may move freely. There are no attacks of opportunity at this point. If we figure out that it's just too stupid and too easy, then we can change that. But at the moment, there are no restrictions on moving away from an opponent that you're engaged with.
For Uma, where
Yes.
she's using a spear, he's using a spear. The 2 guys that they're fighting are within the fan. Can they use the spear when the enemies are within the fan?
I don't
That's the only time I can use it. That's my in range.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no minimum range and stuff.
I'm not sure what you're asking, Richard.
I'm asking. So previously, he kind of barely touched him with the end of the spear.
Yeah, well, they're
Right.
definitely within his spear range.
Right. So they then closed. If
Yes.
he's got the spear out in space, and they
Yes.
close, he kind of can hit them with the side of it, but he's not going to be able to stab them again.
No, but it's in one
My
hand.
arms can bend, theoretically, as a character.
So
And it's not
a short
such an
spear.
issue.
It's not a long
Okay.
spear.
Okay.
But yes, that after somebody's closed with somebody who's got a halberd, for example, or a pike, that's a problem. In real life, it's a problem.
The only problem is more or less something like a pike, because anything within spear range, even up to 3 meters, is very manageable close up.
Really? What are you going to do to buddy who's standing in front of you with a sword in hand?
It's just draw back, stab again. It's drawing it
Stab
back.
him in the back of the shoulder with your.
It's drawing it back up to your chest, stomach. It's a very maneuverable weapon,
Okay.
deceptively maneuverable.
I will take your word for it.
Minimum range is really more of a pike thing, because that's like you've got nose. You can't do much there,
No, that's 5 meters.
or more, depending.
That's ridiculous.
Depending.
All right, so Samuel has gone.
Yeah.
He's now set, and now we look and we try to go next turn, and nothing happens. So now what we're going to see, only one guy bleeding out there, and that's goat number 3. So we should see goat number 3 bleed when I do this.
Excellent.
There is a message, and it says Beastman fan has taken 1 bleeding damage. Yay! It worked. And then we go next, and we find that Farzan is at the top of the ranks.
Well,
Okay.
you've got only 1 victim left.
Yep. I will spend 4 points and stab Beastman Goat 1.
Before you do that,
You may want to reduce your parry a little bit.
Well, there's that. You might want to reduce your parry a little bit. But there's also, you can take the opportunity to set. Because
Well,
you can see that Goatman number 1 goes at 415. You're at 526. So if you spend 1, then you're at 426. You'll go
Okay.
again before him.
all right.
Yeah. So you can stand there
Yeah,
and set, just as Samuel has been doing.
I will set.
There you go.
Yeah.
Samuel.
You're doing perfectly.
I am going to have to head out here pretty soon.
Okay.
The work in the morning part sucks, but
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So what happened there?
that wasn't me.
Okay. You're seeing the messages on the screen. The servers dropped us and picked us back up, so we may have difficulties. So Farzan. There. Set. Not Farzan. Yeah, Farzan. Samuel is up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and step out because I think my fan's big enough that I'm gonna be able to hit this guy.
I don't think so.
With a step? No.
How big's my fan?
Not big.
I can't see it.
Highlight yourself.
Click the highlight. Yeah, there we go.
You could stab Uma.
Don't do that.
Oh, and you said you've got 2?
Yeah.
Hand minus. Your fan just got smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe waiting if they actually get past Uma, keep setting, and then just stab one in the back as they run past you.
Yeah, that's the plan. I really thought 3 was gonna try and go for the archers.
He could have. He didn't.
There was somebody in the way at the time. Anyway, so Samuel is a little bit like in the second Conan movie, The Thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Yeah, but he doesn't run into the room full of guys. He waits. and
Absolutely, he did. Yes.
Jumps
Yeah,
onto
that's
their
perfect.
back. And stabs
Yes.
them.
Let's you and him fight, and I'll reach out and stab somebody in the back when the opportunity presents. Otherwise, I'm not here.
Exactly.
That's his modus operandi anyway. So, get on with it.
It won't let me set anything. It's not letting me.
Oh.
I'll burn the action point.
There. Not sure why it's not letting you do it. It may have been that connect-disconnect business.
Possibly.
All right. Singa.
Because he's got quick load and a composite bow, you can load with 1 action point.
2.
2?
2. We're not worrying about the specialty skills that he's got.
Just okay.
Yeah. Sounds good
Yes.
to me. I will load.
Yes, he could load in 1 AP, but I'm not taking advantage.
Loaded.
So, Farzan, you have set,
Yes.
and you may stabby.
Yes. So, if I
And
reduce my parry slightly
yes,
to 45, we'll say,
okay. So now
now I
your
have
passive
some
defense
chance.
is only 95.
Now I have some chance of hitting this guy. Not much chance, but some.
He's got virtually no chance of hitting you. You did.
Hey, that went all right.
Quite nice.
The minus 55 is defensive, minus 45 there. Well done, you.
So, 107 light.
Good stuff.
I'll let you
Flush.
do the dragging and stuff.
Oh. Aha.
Stunned again.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's bleeding too. Excuse me. So, you attacked with 4.
Yep.
Hang on. Did you add the plus 10 to your attack?
Oh. I did
For the
not manually
preparation?
add the plus 10. My apologies.
Okay. Then we'll go back to the attack table and find out what a 117 is.
15 moderate.
15 and a moderate. Okay,
Yeah, that's better.
so we will add 3 points of damage
And
10 to the critical result.
so that's a 71 crit.
Minus 3. And the crit is now a 71. Aha. Okay, it's not as good actually.
But
But
still stunned.
he's still stunned, but he's not bleeding. So going to the combat, we see the cut to the forearm, which was bleeding. We remove that. Put 4 damage back. Drag that on. Take the bleeding off. For Pete's sake's worth bleeding. There it is. Why are they not alphabetical? Okay. And now I go to the combat tracker and stun him. And then we have goat number 3. Who is simply going to simply going to attack. Target Uma. Attack. He's not wounded, is he? This one? I don't think so.
He's got some wounds.
One-handed, heavy without prep aim time. Nope. Enemy defensive bonus is 40. Ooh. 93 on medium armor is 11 points of damage. Do you want to reduce that or?
No, I'll take it. As long as it's not a critical, I can lose health all day.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, as long as it's still looking greenish and not brownish or reddish, you're
It
good.
doesn't matter. I'm going to have to leave in a few minutes anyway, so.
Alrighty. So I didn't actually drag that onto you. There we go. I think.
Yeah, and 4 action points.
That's him done. Goat number 4. He's going to do the same thing.
He would.
Yes. They don't like you.
I don't understand why they're so upset at us. All we did was open the door.
Yeah.
I shot him.
Oh, I suppose. Not the nicest introduction. Should have offered them some food or something.
Next time.
Here you go. So you've taken 20 points of damage from those 2.
That's fine. I got lots.
You do. And this guy steps, opens the door.
Where the dragon is.
And now it's Samuel.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
So I think what's going to happen here, both Singa and Ervig are loaded. Sorry, I'm sort of summarizing what's about to happen. Samuel is not going to move. He's just going to simply be all set and ready to pounce if somebody comes near him. Ervig is going to be up next. Does Ervig have a target?
Either I'm gonna shoot at this guy up here, but I was also thinking of taking a shot at the guy down here. Either or.
That's an interesting shot. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I was thinking between the two.
Okay.
Probably just the guy up here.
Go for the injured guy who just opened the door.
Or you go for the stunned guy who's got no defenses.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You do have to shoot past Farzan, but the guy is tall. And
I was gonna take a step a bit down.
it's only minus 20 shooting into combat, so don't miss. Missing is very bad. Why don't we just assume that Samuel has done his thing and go to Ervig? Go ahead and take your shot.
Samuel should be at a 4 on the...
I'll get that done.
I no longer have control of those things for some reason.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a step.
Yep.
Try
And
to get a bit of a better... Wait, why do I have Singa selected? What the hell? Weird.
okay.
It's not really letting me rotate my token for some reason properly.
Yeah.
Okay. So his defense is what currently?
Well, bring it up.
Base DB 10, shield still counts?
Yes.
Okay, then it's 35.
Yeah.
Uh,
And minus 20 for shooting into combat.
Is there... So just under global modifiers, minus 20.
Yeah. We can always make one. If make one, you could make one for your own guy if you intend to do it a lot.
Yeah, probably. Nothing else here. Fair.
That's probably fine. Minus 20 there, minus 35 there. Okay, so he takes 35 hits. That's not looking good. And a lethal goes on you.
Can't roll high.
Direct shot to the chest. Has chest armor. If he's wearing armor, plus 4 damage and 2 bleed. Okay, so he's now bleeding. Wondrous.
Could be
And
better.
he's now bruised. So he's unhappy. But you didn't stun him, did you?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, good. So that's you done. Your turn.
Sorry. Apologies.
At which point we go to Uma, and Gord can make his last swing before he disappears.
Okay. Since it's my last swing, I will do an all-out attack
You'll what?
against Beastman Goat 4.
I wouldn't.
Well, it's
They
a
will-
problem for whoever takes over.
I see.
Shit.
Yeah. They will kill you if you all out attack 2 guys.
I'm only all-out attacking one guy.
Yes. So you all out attack 1, and they will kill you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't think this is going to persist to another session, right?
Give it a go. No, it won't. But we'll see how bad an idea that is. Okay, you're going to kill him.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Now, I think that 140 should be a 150.
150.
Yeah, I didn't make that change. My
Okay,
apologies.
not a problem.
So does that become then 204?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
No, it doesn't do that. So 150, 94 minus, so 90 minus 50.
Yeah, that's 40 over. So it's 8.
40 is 8.
158.
So 158 is your result.
Okay. And that's light armor.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that becomes 30 lethal.
Jeepers.
Nice.
There you go. Roll the critical. That will do nicely. Does not have rigid armor.
Mhm.
If the target is wearing rigid armor, plus 5, blah, blah, bleeds,
Oh,
stun,
no.
if not lung pierced. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
So him getting a minus 50 to anything is as good as me having a defense.
Yes, it is.
I realize the other guy is still there,
Yes,
but
he is.
if someone else, I don't know, Samuel maybe, decided to stab Beastman Goat 3, I'd be okay.
So what we have a problem though. Oh no, you did take your parry away. Good. You set your parry to none. Right?
It was always set to none.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, because you were actively parrying. Gotcha.
I
Okay.
was blocking.
You were blocking, yeah. Okay, so now I do need to find this guy. Yeah, he's stunned into next round. Good enough. Beastman Goat number 2. Whew. Gandhi.
I don't think Gandhi had an axe like that.
No, just nukes. All kinds of nukes.
No, she did, yes. He didn't. He had salt.
No, he had nukes.
What?
Gord's talking about civilization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The famous stack overflow caused pacifists to go full nuke all the time, every playthrough.
That was Civilization 4, right?
I think so.
I was referring to Indira, not Mahatma.
I believe they actually kept it into 5 as more of a
Mhm.
meme, but yeah.
They did. It's horrible.
Yep.
All right, so Samuel is going to do nothing again.
Yeah, totally. Prepping, getting ready.
Awesome. Plus 50.
And Singa is ready to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Try the guy who's bleeding down by
3.
Uma.
Yeah.
So what he's going to do is step to there and then shoot that guy.
Yep.
And he's got partial cover, so take minus 20 on that.
Is that? Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a pillar. But he doesn't have a shield. His shield is facing this away.
Mm-hmm. It's basically the same.
And it's a flanking attack.
No, it's not the same.
It's really, somehow I have multiple tokens selected.
Well, then select a section of the ground and that will unselect them.
All right. There we go. So, no parry. His defensive bonus is 30?
Base DB and flanking attack,
Yeah.
as well as a minus 20 global modifier for cover, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And his missile defense is 55?
No, just base DB.
It's 35.
35?
Yeah. Why is it 35?
Base but flanking.
No,
Okay.
his base defense should be 30. Something is wrong. Oh, flanking attack, probably. No? Why?
He's a bit injured. Probably maybe a critical.
Goat 1? Is it Goat 1?
No, it's
Goat
go 3.
Oh, for Pete's sake. So,
We're good? 35? Flanking attack? Minus 20 global?
let me. 30 is his defense. Then with a flanking attack. Not 35.
Yeah, just base DB because he doesn't have the shield facing towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Take that.
Oh, well, that's
Okay.
nice.
There will be math.
That's 50, that's 70 over, so we're at
No, it's 50 over.
oh sorry, 50 over, so 10.
Divide by 5 is 10.
Sorry, I didn't
170.
see well.
170 is a good shot, though.
Oh yeah.
170 light armor?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Boop.
Yeah. Rolling the critical. Ooh.
There we go again.
Fortunately, it was on the critical table, so.
Stun.
Bleed.
Perfect. Perfect.
More bleeding and stunning.
There's a lot of stun results.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. So that has taken him out of the action until next round sometime. Who's left? He's actually going to get to go. Beastman Goat number 1. But he's stunned, bleeding, and bruised. Yeah. And this guy's bruised as well.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot
they
of
are all going to be attempting to... He's definitely out of there. So anyone who's bruised, a common foe that is bruised, will attempt to retreat. Unless they're psychotic. Which these guys could be, but I was playing them as intelligent beings. So anyway, let's just stop here and say, what do you think? Which bits should I tidy up? Which bits were unsmooth?
I mean, we're learning the system, so there was a little bit of back and forth, but we got a lot faster there at the end.
Yeah.
It's difficult to determine your target's armor class. And that might just be because I'm not clicking things in the right order. But
yeah,
well,
it's also a
if you
lot of
watch-
modifiers.
yeah,
If you watch my view, when you hover over somebody and you target them,
yeah,
you select your guy and you click your attack. When you bring up the attack, it has all of their information there, including their armor type.
it does, but I don't know which one I need in a given situation.
Oh, you
I
can
don't
do
know
that.
what you mean.
You can do that ahead of time, you know.
Yeah, that's just the rules, I guess.
There's something else, which is the get target defenses macro. And that, in this case, brings up his particular defenses instead of his particular defenses, which may be different, or his, except that they're all a mess right now. Because they're all bruised. And they're all stunned. So, yeah, they all have the same defenses at this point. Um, yeah, so there are a number of ways of finding it out.
Yeah, and it's really I don't know which of those numbers to pick in my situation at the given time because I'm not familiar enough with the rule set. I think
Oh, okay.
is really more my problem. But that's not really anything you can do anything about.
Okay. Gord, any points before you head off?
No. Once I got familiar with the changes you made between the other few tests, it went pretty quick.
Okay.
I still think I should always all-out attack. So I'll keep moving ahead with that.
I see. Karnak.
Yeah, it seems to work.
Charge.
I like the results. So I'll say, much improved over the first iterations, and
Okay.
I'll leave
thanks.
it there for the night. Have a good
Right
night,
off.
folks.
Have a good night, Gord.
See you.
Fair, fair. Weapon lengths might need a bit of adjusting as far as the cones go, but this is a lot smoother than last time.
Yeah.
What about them needs adjusting?
As far as size goes, if you could, because I can't really imagine it as far as distances here go. If you could later maybe run me through a bit which weapons you set at what lengths.
Just turn on a grid and set the lengths, and you'll see what they're set to. Actually, I think you don't need to. If you bring up the macro,
Yeah, I can bring
then
the
you'll see what they're
macro
set
up.
to.
Oops. What would be under long?
Medium.
What would be under long spears,
No.
for instance?
Longest should be a normal spear. A short spear is long. Hand and half sword. Most of the two-handed weapons are long.
Let's see. Weapon lengths. All right, I don't have it here.
So what is it that you're concerned about?
Just trying to visualize it. I'm having problem visualizing properly.
See,
Between
that's
the
not
distances.
translating. Because it's a fan, you can see it. So what is it?
So that's 1.5 for an arming sword, for instance.
Yeah. But what is it
long.
about that is a problem?
Maybe a bit short on the reaches. That's what I'm seeing right now. Let's see. Spear.
That's
So
longest. Yeah,
you said full-sized spear, correct?
that's longest plus, I think, isn't it? That you just chose?
Ah, that's longest.
Yeah, 2.25.
So that would be a spear, right?
Yeah,
Something like.
a long spear. Yeah. Or a halberd or something like that.
You can quite easily affect people.
Yeah, I'm
Up
not
to-
worried about realism.
Fair enough.
Because otherwise the fan would be a lot narrower.
Yeah, fair enough.
I've been leaving the fans the way they are. I mean, I just tried to come up with a solution so that we could add weapon length in. If we can fiddle with the lengths.
Yeah, that's
later and offline. If they're totally out of whack, but I don't think they're far. I don't notice. I mean, I did some thinking about how long they should be. Pike is not represented here.
no, of course not. Of course not.
But
I mean, I can help you with that later, but that's literally the only feedback I've got. Everything else seems to be working pretty well.
So movement. What is Jeff saying? James in the Hackmaster module. It will show weapon reach in a light diameter. You mean like what we're doing here, Jeff? Or I'll wait for him to post the next. The Hackmaster module. Is that... I've heard of Hackmaster before. I'm just not sure what it is. It's not Harn. Oh, so all can see. Well, I think everybody can see these.
Yeah, we can all see them.
Yeah, because it's light emitted from the token. That's what
No, it's just
I've hijacked the torch or the lantern function.
yeah. I'm just a bit tired. I have problems explaining things.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, and I'm reading the comments from. Okay, Jeff will show me later. I'd like to see that. Oh, Hackmaster module in Foundry, you mean? Ah, okay. Very good. Yeah, definitely.
Other
I'd like
than
to see
that, movement feels very nice. Gotta
Yeah.
say.
So, do you like it 2 AP for moves instead of 1 AP?
It works quite well, just extending stuff a little bit.
2 AP for an active defense?
Yeah, seems to work
These
well.
are the major changes. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, he says yes in Foundry.
The only thing, active defense, the one thing that I have a suggestion on, if you're already at minus AP, so you would already be in the next turn, maybe then you can't do an active defense. Because you can still stack it, you said, quite a lot, right?
Yeah, and I'm not ready to do that.
Fair enough.
I think the action points you're spending are for you to act. These are reactions. So for now, I'm going to let them react into the next turn as long as they go. I mean, if they're starting to go that far, then they're hard pressed.
Yeah, fair enough.
And they're never going to get a chance to be offensive if they're continually reacting. Yeah, it seems a little bit weird. So, but if you cut them off and said, right, you've got no more action left, so you may not react.
Yeah, it might be a bit thick. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And it is like capped by the fact that they take a little bit of damage anyway when they are defending.
They don't necessarily. Uma did, because he subtracted 20 from the or 21 from the result.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still have to roll pretty high.
He's wearing medium armor. If it had been Farzan wearing no armor, that's a fair ways up, isn't it? 121, there we go. The attack. There's the attack chart. So because he had it taken down to an 85 in medium armor, there, 9. Somebody in no armor would only have taken 6. If it had gone down to an 80, then it's 0.
Yeah, because it's a blunt.
So he starts taking damage way early in medium armor.
Yeah, though Farzan takes more damage when he takes it later.
Right. Yeah.
Harder criticals.
I mean, he had 95.
Yeah.
His fighting defensively set at 95. So he's being extremely cautious. Good man. He's not going to end up in the hospital like usual. So
that's, yeah. Every session.
So let's see. Yeah, it was the first 3 sessions. I think he ended up needing healing.
Yep. And not just a little, a lot.
Yeah.
Clumsy.
Now, just getting used to how his character needed to be played, and the system not helping him a lot. Anyway, we're addressing that.
It works quite well,
So,
but still,
I think we're going to shut this down.
Okay.
But are there any last minute points?
No, I think this is pretty good. It's fun.
Works pretty well, just as before, needs preparation ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I ran into a couple of problems. So you're still not, Richard, you're still not able to increase or change Samuel's tokens? Not tokens, but status markers?
Yeah, no, when I click on the status stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can get it now. It had just stopped working before. But they're working now.
Oh, yeah, you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough. Well, I guess we'll call it here.
All right.
So this is just an entry. I think next Monday we're going to have Robin and Jason playing Uma and Farzan. But it's not going to be a real game. It's going to be a run through like this. We might just continue the fight on through after these guys have run away or something like that.
I can help you set stuff up if you want.
Sure.
Cool. I might
Yeah.
be around next Monday. I don't know.
Okay.
Unable to plan that far out at this point.
Well, of course not. Newborn babies.
Yeah. It's a wild time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both very much. I'm
course.
just going to end the stream here, and I'll let you know when it's done. Well,